No matter how many surgeries you have or chemicals you inject, if you're born with male DNA in every cell of your body, you can never become a woman. You're not going to be a woman.
So that's Donald Trump. I think this is Women's History Month event that he's saying this, that you will never be a woman. And of course, this has pissed off a lot of people in the transgender community, in particular, the focus of this channel, which is the Black community. People might not be speaking out about Black transgenders, but there are some jabs at them that come from the Pan-African pro-Black community. Like there was Dr. Umar Johnson, okay? And he was offered to do something very similar to what a 20 versus 1 is. Now, if you've seen these dating shows happening in Black YouTube, you'll have 20 ladies versus 1 guy. And one of the biggest cities that this happens is in Atlanta, Georgia, right? It's a big market for these 20 versus 1 dating shows. But there's a problem.
They want me to do the 20 versus 1 in Atlanta with the sisters. What do y'all think about that, y'all? They want me to do the 20 versus 1 with the sisters in Atlanta. What do y'all think about that? My problem with the 20 versus 1, how do I know everybody is a biological woman? That's my problem with the Atlanta 20 versus 1. Atlanta is Transformer Central. Atlanta is Transformer Central. How do I know all 20 of those queens are organic women? How do I know that?
You don't.
That's my problem. You can't even check the birth certificate because they can change the birth certificate too. So I don't really know. I don't really know. This could be a COINTELPRO operation.
So it seems like Donald Trump and Dr. Umar agree on that.
I know what it is. Trump supporters just wanted to win at something. They've never wanted anything. So a lot of them just wanted to win at something. And so now that they won the election, they don't want to admit that this is all they're doing. Like everything that this incompetent man and his administration is doing is their fault. They fought for this just so that they could be right about something. And now that they found out that them being uninformed, bigoted, homophobic, transphobic, racist, misogynistic is not at the best interest of everybody, and this is what it looks like in full throttle, now they want to roll it back. If you want to fix this, go march the Capitol. Go march around the White House. Go tell your president that you put in office that this shit is wrong. We're relaxing. We're dancing. We're enjoying these 4 years.
This is something that I have a problem with, that I constantly see in the Black LGBTQ communities amongst Blacks, is the moment that somebody says that, okay, transgenders should not be, or transgender women in particular, should not be competing in men's sports, then the rebuttal to that is, oh, y'all just want to be right at something. But the moment you find out that you were wrong, you want to roll it back. So what was he wrong about? And again, there's never any evidence. And then all of a sudden it goes to, you're racist. I'll write that on, no, don't write that. You're racist. You're misogynistic, which is crazy because this is an individual that was born a man. And so now people are being misogynistic, which has nothing to do with what Donald Trump is talking about. It seems like what he wants to do is to protect women from being hurt or not being able to compete in their own gender or sports. And so you're over there dancing and having a good time in these 4 years, then what's the issue then if you don't have any problems? I just don't understand. Again, it's just shifting the goalposts, and this individual here is not saying anything that makes any sense. It's just based off of irrational thoughts. And I wish the person had a better argument or a decent argument, but they don't. I don't think that anything that he's saying right now about transgender, if a man is born a man, his DNA is a man, he is not a woman. He should not be given the same privileges as a woman, trans or not. It's protecting women in the eyes of many, I would say now, most in the American culture. And America is very liberal, but that's kind of rolling back. Some things are just, for some people, too far. And again, these liberals and stuff like this is in the black community too. You got blacks, not everybody conservative like that. There's a lot of blacks who really feel that transgender women are not supposed to be competing with women, but you have people like this who are on the opposite side of that coin.
I am willing to sit down with the IOC, the USATF, the NCAA, with any of my international federations, even the Trump administration, Trump himself. If he wants to sit down with me and talk and have a human conversation and see me.
What would you say?
See you. What's going to happen if he sees you?
President Trump, what would your message be?
I need some explanation as to why you want to completely eradicate us from society when we've done nothing wrong.
Eradicate you from society. Can you explain eradicate? That means like eliminate you, like completely destroy you. And again, like, I don't know, a lot of this fear mongering when somebody is saying that, hey, you can't compete in natural women's sports, that somehow that's eradicating you from society, when in actuality, allowing you to compete in their sports is eradicating them from being competitive in their own sports. So really, it's the opposite. You're eradicating them from their society, from their normal DNA functioning qualified sports. So like, if you were to go into the WNBA or running athletics, then, basically you would be competing against them, which is not, it's just unfair. I think that the transgender women, if they want to compete, then let them compete against each other. That would be something that you can get support to do.
And like, even if he wants to have a team to go around with me and see my day-to-day life and what I go through as a transgender female athlete, all for it.
You see how the athlete was running there?
How has life changed, or has life changed since President Trump's inauguration?
Oh my gosh. So I'm Black, I'm a woman, and I'm transgender, and I'm an athlete. Each of my identities is a target, especially in America.
You are definitely Black, and you're definitely an athlete. But to put up the to put up the Black struggle and trying to including it into this, like, oh, feel more sorry for my situation, which is not really the case. And this is what a lot of people in the Black community do. It's let's start race baiting for some more sympathy so I can have a competitive advantage against others. And I think that sometimes, man, leave the Black community out of it. You're transgender, you decided to do that, and you happen to be Black. But becoming a transgender athlete is a choice that you made, okay? Which is above sexuality. Somebody will say that I'm born gay, or I'm not born gay, or I'm born bi. I'm not even gonna get into all that. But once an individual decides to make that change, okay, you have made that change. But then to bring in the Black struggle into it, like, oh, I'm also Black, so this is what, like, the Black community is also like, that's a part of my own struggle. No. I think that needs to be left out on the table, because it's a decision that you decided to make, okay? And then now what you're doing doesn't matter if you're Black, if you're white, if you're Hispanic, you are a transgender athlete trying to compete in women's sports, or you want to compete in women's sports who don't have the advantages that you have, and being Black has nothing to do with that. Because women who are in sports, track and field, WNBA, the best players are Black, okay? NBA, the best players are Black. Them being Black doesn't stop them from being the best athletes or being whatever. So now it's like, oh, woe is me because I'm also Black. And yes, we do agree that being Black is a crime in most parts of the world. But in this case, this is a plea for sympathy, in which I believe is going to fall on deaf ears.
Prior to this set in stone administration, I woke up every day and I face adversaries when I leave my house. Now I wake up every day and I have to make sure that I make it home alive. It's really sad to see people going out of their way to make it known that you don't belong here.
I'm not sure about it. I can't speak on that.
The Stonewall Uprising was begun by all of our communities. It was begun by trans women, by gender non-conforming women, by trans men, by gay men, by lesbians, bisexual men, by all of our communities. And we will not let the hatred and bigotry of that guy and Project 2025 erase us, erase our history, and erase our existence. We will not stand for it. The federal government that is being installed by that orange guy is trampling on the rights of trans people in 1,000 different ways all over this country. They have just removed any reference to transgender people, any reference to queer people from the website of this national monument. Shame.
So basically what Donald Trump has done is removed like all references or mentions of transgender people from the stone wall, removed all transgender people or mentions of them from the Stonewall National Monument and that official website. So this is a man. I'm not sure what that person was born as, but they're definitely identifying as a man now. And so that individual is upset because they are being removed from websites, from history. And so that's why they are pissed off.
Unpopular opinion, but I think I'm the only one that generally does not have a problem with like the LGBTQ community. Like, I think I'm the only one that doesn't care what people identify as or what their preference are or what they do with their personal life. Like, I just feel like we're in a recession right now. Like, we seriously got bigger shit to worry about. People are starving. People are broke. People are jobless. People are not making ends meet. Eggs are like $9. Milk is like $7 a gallon. Gas is like damn near $5 a gallon. Rent is like damn near $3,000 nowadays. Like, I just feel like we got bigger things to worry about.
Okay, so this young lady is saying that, hey, we are putting too much focus on transgenders when there's bigger things to worry about. When Biden was in office, and most Democratic leaders in office, prices go up and they're higher every year, but there is a focus on the LGBTQ. So somebody can say, well, we don't really care about what you're doing. Why are you then trying to push your agenda on us now that you have a conservative administration that's trying to push back on the pushback? All of a sudden, we got bigger things to worry about and to fry. Well, that's one of the reasons, and one of the main reasons I feel, besides the border crisis and the immigration crisis, that Donald Trump was put into office to handle things such as this. So I understand what the young lady is saying, and most people just want to live their life. But again, if you have power and you're using it, and then somebody has the opposition, they are going to use their power against you. It's just what's going to happen. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea D. Jackson back with another episode of Fair Use. I'm out.